After firing 20,000 staff only a couple of years ago, media from Germany showed Mercedes-Benz is planning to fire a further 16,000 in much-needed austerity measures. The dominoes are beginning to fall. Mercedes-Benz has revealed it needs to cut costs by billions of dollars every single year. As a result, there is a secret plan that's been revealed by certain sections of the German media saying that Mercedes will fire approximately 10,000 staff. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching The Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Thanks for supporting the channel. Now of course there is a crazy situation going on right now between the Volkswagen Group, Porsche SE I should say, and unions. The unions are saying no changes. Nothing is going to change. You're not firing anyone. No factories are closing. And of course, the Volkswagen Group are saying, no, we have to. We can't pay the bills. As in, really, we have to. Talks stalled at 12 p.m. last night. They're meant to resume this morning at 9 a.m. But Mercedes-Benz is the next manufacturer to reveal that it's facing some pretty major issues as well. Back in 2019, Mercedes revealed that it would cut 10,000 jobs over the next couple of years. Daimler's Director of Labour Relations and member of the Board of Management, Wilfried Porth, announced that the total number worldwide will be in the 5 digits in a teleconference call with the media. The announcement of mass layoffs came 2 weeks after CEO Ola Källenius announced to the surprise of investors in London that the company would implement an austerity program to reduce personnel costs by 1.4 billion euros. After 2 profit warnings in recent months, Källenius promised shareholders and investors he would do everything necessary to increase their returns. And, well, this is what Mercedes-Benz are doing again. German newspaper Handelsblatt recently reported that Mercedes-Benz said it needs to cut costs by several billion euros every year. The company has not specified at the time, didn't say how they're going to cut all this money, how they're going to reduce spending, how they're going to actually implement an austerity program. But it's certainly necessary. Why is it necessary? Well, Mercedes-Benz, their sales are in decline. And of course, as I'm sure you all know, the key reason is because their products, they're good, just not as good as you might expect from a premium automaker. Put it this way, Mercedes-Benz's electric cars, which are meant to be the future of the company, and the company has said that numerous times, it's just not as state-of-the-art as you'd expect. Numerous tests by journalists and media show that, they're okay, not bad. Certainly not worth the hundreds of thousands of euros or dollars Mercedes-Benz is asking for them. As a result, their sales in China and many other places are beginning to decline. There's certainly some concern at Mercedes. Now, Handelsblatt said this: it's likely that most of the company's German employees will be able to hold on to their jobs even if these cost-cutting measures are implemented immediately. This is because of Mercedes-Benz's policy known as Zusi 2030, which protects employees from compulsory redundancies until the end of 2029. Euronews and Handelsblatt say that Mercedes-Benz are actually now going to fire 10,000 staff beginning of the next month or two. This decision comes as the company continues to struggle in an increasingly competitive and uncertain global automotive industry, one that's being dominated more and more by upstart Chinese electric car manufacturers. Now, there is a new report coming from another German news media publication within the last 2 days, which says Mercedes-Benz is actually facing massive cost-cutting measures that could include enormous job cuts. The new Next Level Performance program is expected to save 5 billion euros between now and 2027, and more than 15,000 jobs will be lost, says this news publication. According to this report, Mercedes-Benz could cut around 10% of its jobs worldwide. The car company employs 166,000 people worldwide, which corresponds to a reduction of 16,600 jobs. Now, that's a lot of people, right? 2 years ago, Mercedes-Benz announced the elimination of 20,000 jobs. Now, they're likely to reduce it by another 16,000. In some areas, especially in the indirect areas outside of production, up to 25% of jobs are likely to be lost, say German media sources. After the Volkswagen Group's radical job cuts plans became known in Germany, Mercedes-Benz referred to the job security for the German locations that apply until the end of 2029. In other words, they're like, yeah, okay, Germans, we'll keep you guys because we have to until 2029. However, the Stuttgart-based global corporation will have to make cuts in personnel. It has really no choice. According to the report, Mercedes-Benz confirmed the cost targets, but currently announced they have, well, no information to share with the public on this. The group has made personnel changes at the highest level. In December, Mercedes-Benz announced that the 3 board members, Sabine Corlesen, Human Resources, Renato Brunga, Integrity and Legal Affairs, and Hubertus Troska, Greater China, will retire next year. Meanwhile, car manufacturer Audi is closing a plant, well, they have closed their EV plant in Brussels in Belgium. 3,000 employees have been fired there as well as a result. And that is the key here. Now, of course, it is true Mercedes-Benz has signed this agreement. They can't fire anyone until 2029. But if Mercedes-Benz says that they have to shut down a factory, then they are under no further obligations to continue to have those staff employed. That is when the contract becomes null and void. So the solution here, it appears, as the Volkswagen Group have obviously displayed, is shutting down factories means you can kind of get around this German clause which requires you to fire nobody. Guys, I don't know about you, but why would car manufacturers have signed these clauses where they can't fire anyone? Surely that's not a merit-based system, right? Don't turn up to work, don't do a good job, doesn't matter. We signed a contract, no one can be fired. I'm not sure if that's the way it really works, but it just sounds all a bit crazy to me. Either way here, this report is suggesting that 16,000 employees will be fired. That's a pretty large percentage of the Mercedes workforce, especially when they already fired 20,000 only a couple of years ago. Thanks for watching. This comes as somewhat of a shock to me, to be honest, guys. I would have expected Mercedes-Benz, who sell electric cars at an average price of around about $80,000, that's US dollars, by the way, would be making a profit on EVs, but it turns out they're actually not. So maybe Tesla and BYD's achievements are even more significant than we previously thought. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Great to have you. Welcome back, everyone else. Now, I've previously reported that I believe Mercedes-Benz were making a profit on EV sales, considering the average sales price is so high. But even though that's the case, I mean, you've got the EQS, the EQE, they make up a pretty large percentage of Mercedes-Benz EV sales worldwide. They don't sell many cheap EVs. But even Mercedes-Benz says that profit margins and the return on investment in the EV sector for Mercedes is very low. They called it brutal. They say it's so brutal they're going to have to focus on shift some of their investment away from that into gasoline-powered cars. That just sounds like they're making a bad situation even worse, in my opinion, rather than saying, hey, how are we going to fix this, which is what I think they could do. For example, if they're not making a profit on